The luxury poverty trap is keeping people broke, and I want to talk about it. I truly do believe, and I'm saying this from personal experience, that one of the easiest ways to stay broke is living like you're not. Because you won't be spending for your life, you're spending for how your life looks. And this is not about judging people who have issues with money, because ultimately that stuff comes from your childhood. When you don't grow up with a lot and you start to make even a little bit of money, the initial instinct is to spend, which I get. I've done it. You have a hard week at work. You feel like, I deserve this. Like, I've worked so hard. I deserve nice things. And spending ultimately becomes your emotional relief. Social media is a really big part to blame because we've shifted from it's okay to treat yourself once in a while, especially as you're building your wealth and your career, to making things that used to be considered luxuries feel like they should be everyday baselines of your life. Like going out to eat all the time, having extremely expensive nails every 2 weeks, getting a 200-pound facial. We've been convinced should be an everyday staple of your life, and trying to keep up with that and these unrealistic standards is keeping you even more broke. The idea of delayed gratification doesn't exist because it's kind of like, I feel like our generation is quite nihilistic, and we believe that I should have the nice thing now because the world may end, even though
The reason why 99% of people are broke is because they try to look like they rich, but they really broke. They put more energy on looking rich, but they really broke. Delayed gratification. People think they need to look rich, need to have the expensive nails, expensive bags, expensive this, expensive that, but they can't afford it. Do you know that the luxury brands make more money off of the middle class than anybody else? It's because you're working, you want to look like something more than you are. Be yourself. Live according to your income bracket. Too many people are trying to get the Gucci and Louis, but can barely live in a $1,500 a month rental apartment. Why are you trying to look so rich? Looking rich doesn't attract the right people to you. Do you understand that the most successful and the richest people do not wear brands? That's why you got to take notes. People are living a luxury poverty trap. You're working hard for the Gucci. You're working hard for the Louis, but you're willing to do anything and everything for that. There's nothing wrong with getting those things if you can truly afford it. But if you're living your life paycheck to paycheck, willing to use credit cards, running your debt, and you're willing to do all of that, but you're still broke, that's a problem. A lot of you guys have luxury problems. It's an addiction. You guys need to go to AA meetings so you stop worshiping these brands and willing to do anything and everything just to get it. You get it, but does that put more money in your pocket? Does that give you more exposure? All that does is creates jealousy and envy because you're around people who can't afford that. You're giving yourself unwanted attention. You want the instant gratification. I got it. Okay, now what? Now you got rent due tomorrow. Now you're in debt. Interest payments is 27% every month. What is the point of killing yourself for a bag or a car? You want to look rich instead of focusing on being rich. The most important decision I tell people, the reason why a lot of people are broke is because they make this one bad decision. They don't invest before they spend. You get a check, you spend. You go to Coachella, right? You go to concerts. You buy the luxury bags. You buy the red bottoms. You do all these things to look like something that you're not. You're living. You're looking rich, but you're still poor. A lot of you guys need to stop. A lot of you guys will be more rich if you stop trying to look rich. That's the play that a lot of people. But no matter what, we'll still have people that still want to look cool, still want to just impress broke people. Rich people aren't impressed by your bag or your shoes. They're impressed by your assets, your investments. What do you actually do? And that's the thing that people don't know.
and I know this is a hot take, it's not going to. Everyone has always thought that in every time of history. And so I do actually think you would be better served making decisions that are better for you in the long run. Encouraged to have, even though you don't have anything to have with. And so a lesson that I really had to learn was
A lot of people growing up not having a lot of things, and then they say, when I start working, I'm gonna buy this. Instead of saying I'm gonna get investments, they say, Well, they grew up in a poverty mindset. They grew up without having these things, and they see people that have it, and they work their whole life around just getting that thing, not getting an asset that can get you that, very, every month. You just working hard just to get it for one time so you can get that instant gratification. That's the problem.
Hey, you actually don't need this weird thing that this influencer has tried to convince you that you need. You don't need 10 of the same skincare product. You don't need 10 of the same shirt. And this is not me trying to say to be miserly and to not enjoy your life. I definitely do not believe that. But just understand that they don't want you to own things, not truly. And so they want you to get into this trap of trying to pretend that you have money, trying to live like you have money, while you completely keep on emptying out your bank account, emptying out your savings, never building anything for yourself, and be having to be in debt to them forever. And I would just like to say, don't do it. If you
Don't do it. Just say no. Say no to spending. When you're on the grind, when you're trying to get to where you need to get to, you'll get there faster if you stop spending on frivolous things. If you start being smart. If you start locking in and say, I'm going to put my money on this. I'm going to put my money into this. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're around people that only around you because you got luxury things, that's a problem. Stop trying to impress people so they can be your friends. Be your natural self. People are scared to be their authentic self. Be simple. Keep it simple. The simpler you are, the better people you have around you, because they're not with you because of what you can provide them. They're not with you because you got a bag. They're not with you because you got a nice watch or nice belt. They're with you because they're with you because you're a good person. People are wanting to be into this luxury and get all this luxury. It's because they're scared about being them true selves. That's all this is about. You don't want to be yourself, so you want to put off a facade like you're somebody else. That's the problem with a lot of people. You're scared to be authentic. You thinking that having a Gucci, having a Louis, having a Prada, having the Miu Miu, having all these things are going to make you cooler. But just be yourself. We are in a time right now that is so profitable for being authentic. You don't have to have the luxury. You don't have to have all these cars and all. You don't have to. Just be yourself. So many people are scared of being yourself, and this is the reason why they buy the luxury goods. They're hiding something. They want to be something that they're not. But you're trying to look rich, but you're still poor. Don't do it. Don't break the bank trying to be somebody you're not, because it never works. A lot of people ruin their life because they're working for that bag. A lot of women put themselves in a bad situation with a man because he can get her that bag. Too many people are in bad situations because they're trying to look rich. They're trying to be somebody. Be yourself. Being yourself is going to get you the most money and also make you the most money and save you the most money. That's the thing people don't understand. Being authentic is very, very profitable for you. It puts you in a better space. But don't work your whole life. Don't build your career for luxury things. You're working hard for things that are priced 1,000 times what it costs to make just to have it. You got to be better than that. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you lock in to the No Filter Morning Show, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I appreciate you guys rocking with me, and I'm out.